I was gonna start this off by saying, this ain't my first rodeo. But then again, I thought it kinda is. My initial thought is in thinking that I have a 3-day weekend. And what Mr. Scale will be telling me, or could be telling me, Monday evening at the end of this 3-day weekend. And then I thought, well, I've probably never been in this position before where I spent $700 on a ticket to go to a game. Now, granted, I paid $670 something to sit row 4, 45-yard line, Steeler side, towards the left side of the bench, whatever you want to say, where the offensive linemen sit. Usually I would prefer to sit on the right side where the quarterback sits and the receivers. And Tomlin seems to stay in the middle. So ideally, the closer to the 50-yard line you can get. Last Browns game I had on the aisle, 50-yard line, row 2. On the aisle, 50-yard line, row 2. And for that ticket, I paid almost twice as much as I did for this row 4 ticket to a playoff game. This was a playoff game, so the price, as soon as I saw the price, I jumped on. I was even hesitant about going. I was like, do I want to go? I know it's a 3-day weekend, and my daughter's birthday is around that time. I can go back there and do this. This is, before I was fully aware of the inclement weather, the approaching inclement weather. And I said, yeah, I got to. I got to do it, At that price, I just bought it. I said, I could sell it or something later, whatever. At that price, I just jumped out. Because it was one ticket was like, I think it was like, they get you with fees. So the ticket might have been like 500 and something. No, actually now Ticketmaster shows the price with the fees included. So I was like, oh, wow. And then with the fees included, it was a good price. And then when I checked it out, I was like, oh my God, the fees is included too? I was like, I felt good about it because the seat next to it was almost twice the price. Literally 8, 9, and 10 were like $672. And then the 11, 12, 13, 14 seat next to it was like $1,200, $1,300. So I just jumped on it, boom. Then I started putting together the flight, car, hotel, and logistics of that. Flying from Buffalo to Cleveland. That's not a good one. Buffalo to Pittsburgh, much better, much easier. Same travel, 60 miles. Because Youngstown's built exactly halfway between Pittsburgh and Cleveland. It's a steel town. It was done that way on purpose. So that part kind of worked out. I got everything in place. And I'm watching the weather. Got everything in place. Friday, I'm on my walk. Boom. Flight gets canceled. I'm like, oh God. I got this ticket and I didn't get insurance. Lesson learned here. Lesson learned. Wintertime, I will buy the insurance. First, I'm gonna read what the insurance covers and doesn't, and then I'm buying the insurance. Yeah, because I should have bought the insurance on this. I've never had this problem before. I've never been through this before to where I had to eat a ticket. And those on a lesser scale, going to P-Funk shows, all these P-Funk shows I go to, I've never had to, or events or this or that, concerts, I never had to eat a ticket like that. It's never been, never had severe travel restrictions, travel cancellations due to weather, transportation issues. that I can think of, like this, especially it's not at this $700 ticket level. So right now I got the ticket listed. Ticketmaster has a resale. They get you coming and going. Ticketmaster gets you coming and going, almost worse than FanDuel and DraftKings with the odds. They get you to use their money in their service. So first you pay a fee to buy the damn ticket, and then you pay a fee to sell it. And they charge you on top of that. You say you want 500, you'll get back 450, and then the ticket will be marked on for sale at 682. I'm like, what the hell? They making their money. They making their money. And as I said, my comment regarding the NFL game on Peacock, exclusively on Peacock. That means you couldn't watch the game unless you subscribe to Peacock. And this is a NFL public game. You know, games that we used to see on regular TV, Channel 4. No, back home. Let's go with the real ones. Channel 21, WFMJ. Channel 27, WKBN. You know, over-the-air channels. We only had 3 of them, and all the games came on those. And if you lived in the area, like I did, every Steeler game came on regular TV. All you needed was rabbit ears. Didn't need cable or subscriptions or anything. And now eventually we knew it was gonna come to this. I knew it was gonna come to this. They're gonna try to push it. They're gonna try to get their money out of it, and it's capitalism. I'm a fan, so I got no problem with it. I'm a fan, so I got no problem with it. But we have to send a message. As the viewing public, we have to vote with our dollars. We have to vote with our dollars. And, you know, I was gonna pay for it. You know, I had no problem paying $5.99 a month for Peacock. You know, that's no big deal. But I don't think I'm hypocritical because, you know, I'm not saying condemning somebody for doing it, but I was hoping that we as a public, you know, didn't subscribe to this, didn't tell them, hey, make them, you know, this is not the way we want to go. Make it not profitable for them. Let them know, okay, fans didn't like that. Fans didn't like that. I'm setting there's like a little monitor, digital monitor here. It tells me how the miles per hour, you know, obviously everything is subjective and relative. But, you know, I just use it as a meter, a measurement, and try to keep it up above 4.7. And if I really get going like this, I can get it up to 6 and 7. You know, once I get loose, it's easier for me to go faster once I get loose. But I got to start off slow because I started the day off, get out of bed, you know, after going through all last night, looking at flights, talking to customer service, rent a car, cancellations, and I still haven't checked my refunds. And Janet Cousin was saying you don't cancel, you let them cancel it. And I think I did that for 2 of the 3 flights because I did have basic economy, non-refundable one, but I'm thinking I need to cancel sooner than later. But what I should have done, I have to read. For each individual flight purchase, there may be different regulations and rules and regulations and specifications. And I didn't read, it was late. I said, let me cancel all these as soon as I can to get the refund. I think I got refunded on 2 of them at least. You know, and that's, you know, at least some money back. I'm getting at least some money back, you know, or credited or something like that. I'm getting some of it back. And because the first one I got back, United, I got that back. That was a flight cancellation on them. So I was able to cancel that. The other ones I think weren't canceled. You know, they weren't canceled by weather. I canceled them. So there's a chance that I may have not gotten that money back. But at this point, I don't even want to look at them. I'm avoiding it. Ignorance is bliss. Ostrich head in the sand, that's me. Don't want to know right now. I want to, you know, concentrate, stay clear-minded, and focus on other things. But especially the ticket. And right now I got the ticket listed at $450 just to make the price competitive to what other resale tickets are. Because there's a bunch of resale tickets on there. Row 4 is one of the more premium, better ones. And I got it set for $450. It says I'll get $382 back if it sells. And I bet you if I go online and see, they'll probably be selling the ticket for like $5 something. They're probably selling the ticket for like $5, $7, some high number. But right now I'm gonna leave it high and then lower it as tomorrow before the game, and wait for other updates on the game, because they might move it to Tuesday, blah, 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 and stuff like that. They might move it to Tuesday, and this and that, and this and that. Because since the game was on Sunday, I wouldn't have to take a day off to travel. And even on Monday, I would have been able to get there without taking a day off for travel. I could travel on Sunday. But if they move it to like Wednesday, which I would have to take off because I won't be in the city to go into the office, I have to take that off anyway if I travel. I would have to use Tuesday as a travel day, and the whole thing is to save PTO, blah, 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 blah. And then remember, it's also the flying back for the George Clinton Hollywood Walk of Fame star thing. So, there's a lot going on. I'm trained and experienced in doing this. I've done it before. Well, maybe not trained, but I'm experienced. I got the tools. I enjoy the challenge for the most part. So, it's this and that. It's fun. I mean, hell, look at me in my house. You can't see the Steelers stuff. You see the P-Funk stuff. But this Steelers stuff and P-Funk stuff, and just traveling and my computers, and I'm on a glider talking to a camera with a wireless microphone. Just doing what I do. Just doing what I do. With the ability to travel, because I chose a lucrative career that was able to fund the lifestyle that I desired. Kept my reputation clean and my resume clean. Kept everything, all the relationships, my business relationships, congenial, if not, impressive or whatever the word. Because you ask anybody if they did any research about working with Jeffery, I'm not worried about what was being said about me. I'm not worried at all. That might be ego. That might be, but, and I don't want to say everybody loves Jeffery, but I know what a good worker is supposed to be, and what a good worker is supposed to do. It took me a while because I have experience. So I've been working, probably since I was, 21? I've been working for 40 years, I guess, But it didn't seem like it, and I got no problem with it. I believe in capitalism. I believe in work. I believe in getting paid what the market decides you are worth, regardless of your ability, regardless of what you think you should get. I believe you get paid what the market is willing to pay you. Just like I have no problem with NBC paying the NFL $100 million to have exclusive rights to show the Chiefs Dolphins game only on their thing. And they said you got to subscribe to get it, and that's $5.99 a month. I can't wait to see the numbers. I can't wait to see the numbers. Somebody posted on my post about that it wasn't being shown on any of the bars. So I don't know what that means. Maybe the bars are, putting their foot down and say, no, we ain't going for this, or whatever. I'm not sure. Because one of the things I was thinking is, if a bar can get it, pay $5.99, a bar can get it, and then have 1,000 people in there to watch it, that'll bring the numbers down. That'll send a message to NBC that, hey, this is not a working model. This doesn't work. But then again, the bars may have a higher subscription rate. Maybe the bars got to pay more or something like that. That wouldn't surprise me. In fact, I would even expect it. Public businesses that intend to show the game, have the game on display in their bar, that, gonna have a bigger audience, should pay more. Capitalism. I get that. But, so we'll see. We'll see. And I haven't unpacked yet. Not officially. I still got stuff in there because there's a chance that I could turn around. There's a chance to see what Pittsburgh does Monday. I'm just gonna leave it at that. If Pittsburgh does something Monday, bags, I'll be looking to pack my bags again. It's plain and simple. If Pittsburgh does something Monday, I'll be looking to pack my bags and get out of here. But this time I'll get ticket insurance. Let's just leave it at that. Mason Magic, baby. Mason Magic. And speaking of Mason Magic, this is kind of off the topic, if that's even possible for me to go off the topic when I do these things. I'm looking up at my wall over there at a poster I got from when a P-Funk show says P-Funk One Rules. And right next to it, I got my California license plate. It says P-Funk One. And that's hanging on top of a One Nation Under a Groove flag. The pictures of Mr. Clinton and the Funk Mob and stuff on the wall over there. And on that wall, I got, P-Funk. The first picture I put up was the LA Maggot show that they did, I think, June 5th, the day after my birthday. That's the first picture I put up on the frame picture I put up on the walls. Because the walls were, first I had, all funky. It was like when I had carpet before it got renovated, the place was like funky style. There's stuff anywhere, no arrangement, just put it on the walls, just hang it there. It was rich and saturated. I dug that. And then when I came back into the new place, and the walls are all clean and nice and white, and the floors, hardwood floors now is stark. I like that minimal. I'm a minimalist. I like that minimal, furniture and stuff. I couldn't put anything on the walls. I didn't put anything on the walls for a long time. I started framing everything and had it sitting on the floor for a while. I ordered some cheap frames, off Amazon or eBay or something. And I just started framing stuff and I had it sitting on the floor. Then I went ahead and I threw that first LA Maggot show the day after my birthday. That was the first one I put up there. And then I started putting stuff up on the walls. And up on that wall, I got the American flag, One Nation Under a Groove, P-Funk. And then one of the posters I got, George, from the Long Beach Funk Fest. I got one of the little signs from the Long Beach Funk Fest directing you to which stage or whatever. The first Long Beach Funk, no, it wasn't the first one. I forget which one it was when P-Funk played the Long Beach Funk Fest and Catdelic played. Well, I forgot they played that. I forgot, wait a minute, I forget, did they play the Long Beach Funk Fest? I remember having to take live. I remember P-Funk played in LA. P-Funk always play in the same city up against another funk event. And one of the many times this has happened, it happened so many times that I can see how conspiracy theorists would speculate that this ain't an accident, but from what I was told, it's not up to the band, or it's up to the promoters to contact the band to say, hey, are you available this day? Or something like that. But yeah, it was, cause I don't even remember P-Funk playing the Long Beach Funk Fest. I don't even remember. But I do remember having to take Lige to, where we go? Underground, to the LA one. I forget, I don't even think it was called the Novo back then. It was called something else. There wasn't even Novo. We went to the big one. And because we had to drive in. First time I had to drive, how you drive under a venue, where the artists enter. Wow, it was deep. It is deep, and it's a trip down there. You're driving, and it's like secret tunnels, and it seems like it's a spy thing, and it's like secret tunnels and security, and you go under there, it's like a whole world under there. Then you go right to the stage, and we walked into the theater, and it's empty, and I remember the opportunities to, hang out and see that part. But we had to leave. The Brides of Funkenstein was playing. The Brides of Funkenstein were playing, headlined the Funk Fest that year. And I missed it. I think it was the Brides of Funkenstein. And I think it's not Soul Army, Secret Army, Mr. Bedrosian's band played with Kendra and Lodge and Blackbird. And Mr. Bedrosian played Long Beach Funk Fest. And I drove over to, then we made the trip over to the LA venue for that show that night. There's a video, I made a video about it in the car when I was waiting and stuff years ago. I've been making these videos for a long time. But I was saying all that because I think about the Long Beach Funk Fest. I think this was the first one. I don't know why. I think this was the first one. I'm not sure. But there's a Catdelic. There's a Catdelic poster in there from the first Long Beach Funk Fest, the same emblem, same style of sign. And Catdelic's on that wall. And that always struck me as being out of place to a degree. Because Catdelic, Ron Cat, Spearman's band, and Catdelic, I was openly critical. I wouldn't even say openly critical. I wasn't feeling it. And me, and see, back then, people's opinions weren't used to being heard like that. It was strange. It was almost like being impolite to voice your opinion publicly. But hell, that's your opinion. And you know me, I pioneered this. That's one thing I was thinking about the P-Funk too. Because of me, P-Funk was on the internet early. Because of me, P-Funk was on the internet early, and we had stuff in place to where they were probably one of the first or earliest bands to hear the direct feedback from the public. Direct, uncensored feedback from the public. So P-Funk kind of grew up on that. In fact, Mr. Payne told me that on one of my websites, there was a picture of him that he saw that made him realize, things have changed. You just can't do everything or this or that willy-nilly. Because it's all gonna be broadcast. And your family's gonna see it, this is gonna see it. Fans got pictures, cameras, now everything's public. Because remember, there was a time when you wasn't allowed to take video at a concert. It was a time when you wasn't allowed to take pictures. There was a time when you wasn't allowed to even take pictures. Recording was never allowed. We knew we couldn't take I don't even think they had digital hand recorders there. People would take little bullshit kind of recorders or whatever, unless they, had something set up with the band. This was the early days. Now, on your cell phone, you can get almost theater quality video and audio. So I was very vocal about Catdelic. I wasn't feeling their style. It was kind of swishy and princey to me. And I was like, yeah. It was kind of performed and a little orchestrated and manicured and polished. It was, and I said, I was feeling. And then that man started playing at the Boom Boom Room. Catdelic started playing at the Boom. In fact, let me go tell the story. Ron Cat Spearman, I went to see him perform at some club downtown LA. For some reason, I went down there. It was back, I guess I must have been unemployed. And I was going out every night. I would go to the Temple Bar just like every night. I would go to the Temple Bar so much they wouldn't even charge me. They just let me walk right in. I knew where to park down there. I used to park behind the mattress place. I just had it down. It was like a routine. Go in there and hear some good, it had to be one of my favorite places. That might be my most favorite place, Temple Bar. And another side story, I remember going in there so early one time, the lights were still on, and seeing it with the lights on before the incense was burning. Oh my God. Oh my God. It was stinky and it was, ooh. Seeing it with the lights on is a different beast. Anyway, that's my favorite place. So So I went and saw Ron Cat and them someplace downtown. I forget where it was. I can't. I should be able to look it up on my thing. But and Mr. Curry and Mr. McFadden were there, and they went up and did Maggot Brain. I was like, whoa! This was completely. I was blown away. I was like, whoa! You know, I had no idea. I had no idea. Man, I remember that. But Cadelic started playing the Boom Boom Room. And he would put on a show that was, in my mind, is very rare. The style of music he played was harder. It was more jam. It was just orchestrated. He had samples in there. He had the polished stuff, but it was still gritty and hard and pounding. And they would go for like 4 hours, from like 11 to 3 in the morning. Just straight, almost like no breaks. The songs would just be going for like 20 minutes or something. He'd just be banging it out. And, you know, they mix in some P-Funk and some of his stuff. And I can remember hearing samples of Flashlight and some of the music, but it was under there just enough to just make you hear it. And you hear that Flashlight thing, but you don't even know you hear it almost. You like, you know, like a little thing in there. Oh, it was just so good. And I would go in and just act completely up for like hours. I mean, just like sweating, just going at it for like hours continuous. They would vamp songs. They'd be like, someone would play 15, 20 minutes. They would just lay in it, and his vocals was always good. He had all drums, horns, bass, you know, keyboards, female singers. Singers are important. Female singers, vocalists are always important to me. A lot of his band sang, so there was a lot going on, and he kept it moving, and he had that funk flavor on top of his Catdelic style, or under, whichever way. It was just a good mix. It was just good. That's why I can leave that up there on the P-Funk wall, because that is like a pure funk wall, and I can leave it up there. And that's the way I look at it. You know, I could leave it up there because it does fit in, because, you know, it's Parliament and nothing else. It's Parliament, nothing else, not even Flashlight. And I'm even hard pressed to put Bootsy in there. When I think about their 5 albums, from Mothership Connection to Trombipulation, nothing touches those. Nothing comes close to those. Nothing. It's them and everybody else. It's them and No Funkadelic. What about Knee Deep? What about One Nation? I believe One Nation was a Parliament song. And I believe Knee Deep was definitely switched around, because the lyrics are too squishy, soft, not mushy, but the lyrics are a little too genteel. Round and round the floor she danced, and I love to get away with her. I got that poster on my wall right there. I got that poster right under the P-Funk 1 rules. And I think I didn't do that on accident, because I remember when Overton wrote that one up, I was like, me, I want that one. And he gave it to me. I was like, good, I still got it. Like, good, I'm still recognized as a fan. They still know me. Oh my God, I love it so much. It's round and round the floor she danced. I love to go with her. Because the lyrics, the lyrics, people don't play with lyrics. Lyrics mean something. And there is a thing that's singing it wrong and right. They will call you out. It will be called out. Or should I say it has been called out, if somebody's singing it wrong or somebody's singing it right. The words are crucial. The lyrics and words are crucial. And so I wanted that one, because I remember, yeah, I knew that part, but I didn't know there were words to it. You know, so that, and that's right under the P-Funk 1 rules sign, and that, Catdelic, oh my God, just oh my God. How long I've been on this thing? I just did 30 minutes. I think since I got up this morning and wanted to, I knew it was gonna be a long weekend. Like I said, I knew this was my first rodeo. I want to start it off at least going semi in the right direction. So I walked about what was going to end up being a total of 9,000 steps. And then on the way back, stopped by Ralph's, got some Cheetos. I've been craving Cheetos. Cheetos, and not the hard kind, not the hard ones, the soft, puffy one. They expensive. They are expensive. I'm like, if I was in a store, I was hard pressed to pay $5.49 for that bag. Of course, I'm gonna get a big bag. Ain't no sense in messing around with no little bag. Because I do like when they get stale. If I open the bag, sometimes I used to, get them open. Do that with my vanilla wafers and stuff. Get the bag, open it, and let it get stale. So I like them to get a little bit moist. Or stale, whatever. Ginger snaps, so I got ginger snaps and Fig Newtons. I don't like my Fig Newtons to get stale. I like for them to stay moist. And I got a pizza. I got a DiGiorno deep dish Detroit's pizza. Blah. And I overcooked it. Blah. It was okay. It was edible because I was drinking, my Kool-Aid. I make my Kool-Aid, regular Kool-Aid, because I was drinking the zero sugar stuff. And I think that stuff started giving me a headache. So I stopped. And it might have been my sinuses, whatever, but I just stopped drinking it. Then I went back to my Simply Lemonade and Simply Fruit Punch. But then I got literally tired of having all these damn plastic bottles. Literally, that's my main gripe probably behind that. All those plastic bottles. Because the stuff is good. And you don't get a lot of it. And it's kind of expensive because you want to drink it up. And then I said, I'm going to go to Kool-Aid, but I'm going to double it. So I take the regular old fashioned, 2-quart Kool-Aid pack. I put in a little over a cup of sugar, but I put a gallon of water in it, double the water. And it thins it out. And it's good enough. It's good enough. It's not super sweet, and I could drink it like water. And it's refreshing, but it has enough taste and flavor to it to complement my meal, because I've always been a person who loves their drink with food. I love drinking with food. I gotta have my drink. My drink is just as important as the steak. Well, I guess when it comes to steak, I don't really worry about drink. But other foods, like my French fries or whatever, potato chips or whatever. Hell, I can go with crackers and drink. I used to be able to just go with bread and Kool-Aid. That's all I needed. Get some good Italian bread. But, so I knew I was gonna have to get on here. I just did a half hour. So I only had to do like 10 minutes to get to 10,000. And it's only probably probably something like 9:45. It's 9:54, 9:51. I took a nap. So I should be up well past 1 a.m. Everything is still packed. I don't want to unpack. I'm watching the news. I got my ticket for sale. And there's an offer right now that somebody will give me $150 something for my ticket now. So I'm gonna wait and see how that goes. And right now I'll make $382 if somebody bought it at the price I got it set at. But I can take the offer to get a payout of $150 right now. But I'm gonna play it. See how it goes tomorrow. Still got all day tomorrow. And then they may even cancel it, change the game again. They change it to Tuesday or whatever. And that'd just be chaos then. Not chaos, but then I'd have to get back to LA for the Walk of Fame thing. And it's gonna be cold out there. I can watch it from my house and, the whole thing, but the whole thing is, that's why I'm on here now. It's a long weekend. It's a holiday weekend, Martin Luther King's birthday. So I'm on here trying to get it going and just try to, get my metabolism up, or, not be so lazy, maybe finish up the season of True Detective. I haven't finished yet. And I think there's a new season out of True Detective. I'm not sure. But there was a season I think I missed, the one with Vince Vaughn. Not sure I saw that one. But I saw the one with Mayor Rasili, or whatever his name is. Ali, whatever his name is. I saw that one. Him and the dude, the white dude who I thought was good too in it. I think I saw the one with Matthew McConaughey. I forget. But anyway, they're good. True Detectives are good. And I'm gonna finish that up. And then I got food in there, my ginger snaps. my fig Newtons. See, right now I'm doing 4.7. Says I did 2.33 miles. Been on this thing for 35 minutes, which is kind of impressive. Says I burned 260 calories, which is kind of impressive that I can get on here. There was a time I couldn't even do 5 minutes on this thing. There was a time I couldn't do 5 minutes on this thing physically and maybe more mentally. I just couldn't, you know, it was hard for me to my attention or whatever would wane, or I'd, you know, go in a different direction. I just couldn't stay focused or something like that, you know. This thing keeps hitting. That this thing maybe not wide, maybe it should be wider for a person like me. I just started thinking about it. They make these things built this way, one size fits all, but you got different size people on here. Like when my granddaughter get on it, you can imagine, you know, her getting on it and she tried to do her legs. Cause think about, she see me do this. She been seeing me do this all her life. You know, she been seeing me on this thing all her life. And I got one at her house. We got one at her grandmother's house, her great grandmother's house. And she got one here. And Kimberly said every time she go in the basement, she go right to that thing and get on there with her little short legs and be trying to go do it. Of course, she'd get on backwards. And I showed her how to, you know, put her hands on the other thing. She had her hands on the cord. I said, no, here, put your hands here. You know. And she was better. She started doing it. And then she sat on them. It was trying to swing that way. She would go, wee, wee. Yeah, now I'm seeing videos of her. She actually saying, words are starting to formulate more and more. And that's a trip. Words are starting to formulate more and more. And that's a trip, so. Yeah, I should check this to see if this is recording. I always say that, I love testing. I've been testing for how long? I think that's my go-to. I think that's my pacifier. That's my blankie. You know, I'm going to test. I've been 13, 14 years. Say, all right, y'all, this is a test. That's what I've been doing. Because back then I was using junk though. Little junk, throwing away stuff. There was like zero investment. Whatever I found, I used. And only used stuff I found. In fact, I'm looking over there now. Well, you know, ever since I got a job, the best job in the world that I've got and getting paid. Though a lot of that stuff I got used and refurbished, a lot of it was purchases. You know, my level has definitely stepped up. You know, just certain things that I just can't tolerate anymore because of the inefficiency and the work involved and the getting them to work right. It's just not economical, you know, based on my salary and the value of my time. And just go ahead and make the investment. Like this wireless mic, I paid $170 for it. You know, for me, that's a lot. For my mic, that's a lot, you know. But I wanted to go wireless, and I wanted to take it up a standard versus my other wireless microphone, which I still got. You know, it still works, but I think the quality of sound on this one is better. Even though I don't have to wear the wired part. I can just take the whole transmitter and clip it onto my shirt. I've seen that done. And I'm not a fan of that. Because it would have to sit and not hang down on my shirt, you know, make my t-shirt like bacon collar or whatever. You know, okay. I'm starting to bust a sweat now. I need to stop. I don't need to do nothing, but I'm gonna stop and at least take off my this sweater, not sweater, long sleeve t-shirt, a long sleeve sweater, I guess, long sleeve over top thing. Cause you know, I just wanted to get warm, and now that I'm warm, I don't need it anymore. That's why I was realizing what warm-up jackets are. Warm up, that's exactly what they are, to warm up. You know, that's what they're for, to warm up. You know what? And see, like, right now I'm doing this, and I feel like I'm turning towards my left, but I actually may be turning straight. Maybe my natural tendency is to favor my right side and be facing the other way. because I feel like I'm turning left and I may be actually going straight, you know. So, you know, it's just a tendency, because I used to notice my left foot would always slide back off of the the foot pad, the floor, this thing, the feet things or whatever, the pedals, I guess. My left foot would always end up going backwards, and it was always my left. And also when I wear my certain pants, the pants on the left leg always seem to catch the shoe and be, it'll like catch it, and the top of the shoe and the cuff are like bump, like it's like going to my thing and then bump or snap. You know, when I pull it back, I actually got to roll up my pant leg, and it's only on my left one. So I'm sure there's tendencies towards one side that naturally feel like I'm going straight when I'm probably not. Anyway, that's that. Thank you for being with me. I kind of mean that. No, I don't. I really don't. I really don't. I don't. I mean, I'm not doing this for anybody. You know, I am doing this to be seen, for a public, to be public. That part to perform like that, but I don't really care if anybody watches it or not. You know, I probably do. I probably do care, and I'm probably, enough people have watched, enough people watch this to make me feel good. I don't need thousands or hundreds, or, you know, I don't be going, did you watch it? Did you see this? I don't ask my family that or nothing. You know, I get enough minimal feedback, enough to know at least, it's like a test. At least I know somebody saw it. It works. Okay, good. Oh, you did see that? Okay, good. It's working. That's all I need to know. One or two here or there, you know, 3, 4 people, you know, whatever. Oh yeah, okay, it's working. Because one thing I know is this, people don't, some of the stuff I say maybe or may not be controversial. So people not openly commenting, and I got used to that. Sometimes I say some stuff I know is good, and I know people feel it, but I know they can't publicly agree. Publicly, they're not gonna go out on that limb with me. And so in the background, every now and then I'll be out, and people say, I watch your videos, and I agree with you, you say this, I agree with you, say that, you know, and this and that. You know, I don't need the public acknowledgement. I just need it every now and then just to know that it's working, that somebody can actually see it, hear it, and watch it. So that's that. Okay, now I'm just into it. It's like you hit the zone. How fast am I going? See, I'm going 3.7, I'm going slower, but I guess that's okay too. I can go faster. And I'm in my slippers, so I'm not gonna get the best grip in the world or have the best traction. And now I'm up to 4.8, 4.7. And if I could just keep going like this, if I could do this for 4 hours, it would be if I could wake up tomorrow, you know, with a decent number. I just got on the scale just now, it was 213 something, which is not hideous, at all. After I ate cookies and pizza and Cheetos, I woke up this morning at 212, I walked, and I got back at 210. So, you know, if I can go into Tuesday at under 210, that's a major win. That's a major win. I got 2 days to do that. Probably ain't gonna happen. But with Pittsburgh playing Monday and with everything that's going on, it's a possibility. And what I should do is just plan to do stuff. There's things I could do. And I'm hoping that this, you know, exercise and doing this, it helped me keep the motivation. All right. I don't know if you could tell, but I put this thing on a carpet on the hardwood floor. It slides, especially if I get going, if I get up to, you know, the speeds that I like to get up to. Thirsty probably because of all the salty food I ate. 44 minutes. Let me see what this says. Yep, 44 minutes, 44:59. Yep, it's about the same. Of course it should be the same.